hot new mecca for tourists with a mind-boggling budget. And they're spending it on the kind of amenities you never even dreamed were possible, all to lure visitors like you.
So what's the problem? Well, ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross uncovered a dirty secret in Dubai.
A rare day in the life of an investigative reporter. Sitting in the back seat of a chauffeur-driven white Rolls-Royce, heading for what is billed as the world's tallest and most luxurious hotel, the Burj Al Arab in Dubai.
When you look at the Burj Al Arab itself, as a luxury property, there's nothing to compare with it.
Like much of this Persian Gulf city, everything at the Burj Al Arab Hotel seems over the top. An expansive lobby, excessive service, and extraordinary prices. The cheapest room, where we checked in to the groans of our 2020 accountants, is a $1,700 a night two-floor suite, complete with its own butler, breathtaking views, and an in-room spa.
You're going for dinner? Just tell me the time, I can set the jacuzzi for you.
Nice, but nothing compared with the royal suite upstairs, $11,000 a night, glamorized in the hotel's promotional video.
The bed revolves 360 degrees if you wanted to, and the bathrooms are as big as a normal-sized bedroom.
Only the very best and most expensive will do here.
In Burj Al Arab, if it looks like gold, it is gold.
The hotel has become the architectural and public relations showpiece of Dubai. It got the world's top tennis stars to play an exhibition match up on its helipad.
Can somebody go get that, please?
And golf star Tiger Woods was lured up here too. Yet another coup in Dubai's efforts to put its name on the world map in bold letters.
Well, we want people to remember New York, we want people to remember Chicago, we want people to remember Paris, London, and Dubai.
A worldwide marketing campaign has drawn millions of tourists from Europe, Asia, and the United States, and billions of dollars in investments from big hotel companies.
Listen, let's come to Dubai. We can see it. Sun, sea, sand, shopping, great restaurants, wonderful nightlife. And it's one of those places I think when you're traveling the world, you say, I have to go there.
All being sold as a destination in the Mideast, where even someone from the Midwest would feel comfortable.
The government has a brand called Dubai. We are a growing city. We are incredibly successful.
Little happens in Dubai without the approval of the absolute monarch, 57-year-old Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Sheikh Mo, he's called. He inherited the kingdom from his father and elder brother, and is regarded as the driving force behind Dubai's newly polished image.
Make no mistake about it, he runs it from top to bottom.
A billionaire many times over, Sheikh Mo has made it clear money is no object in Dubai, at least when he says so. For example, the Sheikh has made sure Dubai is the home to the world's richest horse race, with a $6 million purse, at a track that rivals Churchill Downs in Kentucky, and is the scene of lavish champagne parties. Ascot comes to Arabia.
You have to have your vision and don't stop when other people doubt you.
The Sheikh has spent more than $1 billion on horses in the last few years, according to Jason Levine, who wrote a book about it.
He has the money, he realizes the power of the money, and he created a race out of nothing.
And billions more are being spent to create a city full of skyscrapers out of nothing, too. And as with his racehorses, not just any skyscrapers will do. When completed, this will be the tallest building in the world, twice the height of the Empire State Building, according to its proud developer, Muhammad Ali Alabar.
What was the statement you were making here in Dubai by building the tallest building in the world?
It's an achievement that we are here. Please notice that. We want to be part of the world.
There's no end to Dubai's boomtown spending to be the biggest or the best. They're now even creating islands in the sea out of nothing as well. One development, almost completed, is designed to look like a palm tree from an aerial view. Homes on the Palm are now said to be going for $2 to $4 million apiece, and this will be the site of a new Atlantis hotel and water park.
You cannot come to Dubai and say, I don't want to see the palm. There was nothing there. And the genius of the country says not only are we going to build something, but they're delivering on that dream.
Another clump of man-made islands will replicate a map of the world when seen from the air. Each island, a separate country. Average price, $25 million apiece. Sheikh Mohammed's ability to get things done with a royal command is the envy of other entrepreneurs around the world.
He's way ahead of me.
Virgin Airlines founder Richard Branson has been drawn to Dubai in a big way. His airline now flies here daily, and he's even considering buying Great Britain, the Dubai island version, that is.
It's unbelievable the amount of people that fly and go and visit Dubai. It's become a real mecca.
Next on the drawing boards is something called Dubai Land, a $5 billion theme park designed to be twice the size of Disney World. Already it's possible in Dubai to spend the morning at a very American-looking water park, and then head down the road to this strange-looking tube-like building jutting into the air. It's an indoor ski mountain in the Arabian desert. Even when the temperatures outside are at 120 degrees or more, skiing inside is just fine.
This is truly a case of bringing the mountain to Mohammed, Sheikh Mohammed. His motto for Dubai seems to be, I have the vision and the money to build and do anything I want. And he is.
But with that has come some new and very unwanted attention to the way business is done in Dubai. Attention to the treatment of the people who are actually building Dubai's skyscrapers and fantasy spectacles. Something the Royal Palace and its high-powered public relations firms aren't so eager for the world to see.
There is a climate of things that are unspoken.
That's why an investigative reporter goes to Dubai. In the world of thoroughbred racing, the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed, has spared no expense in making himself a big man.
It is the sport of kings. He's one of the few people in the game that treats it that way.
The Sheikh's personal 747 is a familiar sight in Kentucky, especially around the time of the country's premier Keeneland horse sale. That's Sheikh Mohammed, without his robes, in the midst of a royal spending spree. He and his brother spent more than $70 million on horses in just 2 days. Once back in Dubai, the horses will live in royal splendor in His Majesty's stables.
Money talks. In his case, he's happy to throw it around.
The Sheikh's taking the same no-expense-spared approach to promoting Dubai around the world. Prominent figures, including former President Bill Clinton, have been paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to speak or act as consultants. President Bush's brother Neil was a guest of the royal family last year. The Sheikh and his ministers say Dubai is a shining example of what can go right in the Middle East.
Dubai is slowly becoming a cosmopolitan global city here in the Middle East, in the Arab world.
And as Dubai grows from desert town to boom town, again, no expense is being spared.
And this is it, huh?
This is our little model here.
Just putting up the world's tallest building is not enough.
I think we'd like to be not only the tallest in the world, but the best quality building ever built by man. This is the apartment on the 73rd.
The chairman of the company building the tower, Muhammad Ali Alabar, showed us a mock-up of a 73rd floor apartment that will be as sleek and elegant as the finest apartments anywhere in the world.
And we all want the same things. We all aspire to be somebody.
The building will be twice this height when completed next year, all going up at the rate of 1 new floor every 4 days. All being built, it turns out, by workers who, on average, make less than $1 an hour.
It's clear that workers are being abused. They're working for virtual slave wages.
Behind the glitzy world of Dubai are some 500,000 foreign workers who human rights groups say live in virtual enslavement.
That is how these new fancy buildings are being built.
A report out just this week from the group Human Rights Watch concludes workers putting up Dubai's soaring towers are being systematically abused and cheated, with the Sheikh's government looking the other way. Hadi Gaimi and Sarah Lee Whitson prepared the report.
you're working in a system where you're not really free to leave your job. You actually need your employer's consent to try to change jobs. You're working in a system where your passport is withheld, and really, if you displease your employer, you're going to find yourself on a plane right back to Sri Lanka or Bangladesh or Pakistan or India.
Most of the workers live in labor camps an hour outside the city in the desert, in a place called Sanapur, which means City of Gold. There's little gold to be found here. The men putting up the world's finest buildings live 6 to 8, sometimes 12 to a room, rooms smaller than the horse stalls in the Sheikh's royal stables. When we arrived, the men said it was one of the few times outsiders with cameras had been in the camps, and we wanted to know if His Royal Highness Sheikh Mohammed had ever been here.
I have no, I cannot confirm to you yet that he has.
I think he would find that his horses have better living conditions than those men.
I think that's not a fair comment.
Dr. Anwar Gargash, the one and only government minister provided to speak with 2020, says Dubai and the Sheikh are doing the best they can.
I've been to more than one labor camp in Sanapur.
Would you want to live that way?
And I think some of them are not bad, and I think some of them are very bad.
We're at camps this week that are described as pretty good.
Yeah.
And they're quite squalid.
Okay.
8, 12 men in a room.
Okay.
They're working 12-hour days.
Okay. But this
is
again,
Dubai proud of that?
No, of course not.
Why do you allow it to continue?
Because the pace of growth has outstripped our ability, and I think like any city, any country, we of course have growing pains.
Pains being felt by these men, trapped in indentured servitude. They told us they were deeply in debt because they were forced to pay recruiters in their home countries large fees to get their jobs in Dubai, something that is supposed to be illegal. And once here, they said, they found they would be making only half the wages they had been promised. 600 dirhams, about $163 a month. On average, less than $1 an hour. And even that, Human Rights Watch found, is routinely withheld months at a time.
It's considered a way to make sure that your worker doesn't run away, so you kind of always owe him money to keep him on a short leash.
The work in Dubai goes on day and night, usually 2 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week. A pace Human Rights Watch says has led to a huge death toll.
Hundreds of them are dying, especially from falling from these high rises every year.
You're saying hundreds are dying?
Hundreds are dying.
And under the law in Dubai and the entire United Arab Emirates, there are no unions allowed. Strikes are illegal. Strikers can be fired and sent home.
So basically, you better shut up and do your work and not complain.
You talk about setting high standards. Where's the high standard for the workers?
But naturally, we realize very well that we are actually in a state of transition. So to come and say we have a problem, of course we do.
As it stands today, are they receiving fair treatment?
I think we have a problem.
You admit that?
I think we have a problem, but it's not like we're not doing anything about it.
In fact, just days after we left Dubai, the Royal Public Relations machine was in high gear, announcing new efforts to enforce labor laws and improve conditions at labor camps. At long last, Dubai's impoverished workers may finally be getting the same attention as the Sheikh's skyscrapers and famed racehorses.